Welcome, my name is Brenna, and today we are going to be going through my very small makeup stash and picking out some makeup that I have not used in a long time and applying it. It is currently 5:09 p.m. and I've been pretty lazy today, just chilling in my pajamas, hanging out with the kids, doing some housework type stuff. But I really wanted to film today and just put on some makeup, so that's what we're here to do. So I'm going to take you to my makeup stash, which is just down here. I have a small desk where I keep all of my makeup and brushes and everything like that. So I am going to take you guys on there, and we are going to pick out what I'm going to put on today. All right, here is my makeup desk. I have my brushes over here. As you can see, my camera and my ring light. But yeah, this is where I stash my makeup. And here is where I keep my very small makeup stash. So this is what I want to pick from to do my makeup today. Now, I might still use a few items from my everyday bag, but yeah, I'm not a big primer person. I have all of these primers in here. I just tried this one yesterday, Wet n Wild primer serum. It's a hydrating one. I don't know why my phone is not focusing. But this, I feel whenever I use it at the end of the day, I always have like a new zit somewhere on my face. So I just don't think my face reacts well to this. I wish it did, but it doesn't. I don't think I'm going to use a primer just because it's so late in the day and I really won't have this makeup on for that long. So in here I have my foundations, BB creams, CC creams. I have a couple eyebrow pencils. I really want to use this, the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB cream. I love this stuff. Your face looks airbrushed and it fills in my pores and it blurs my pores. The only thing is it makes me a little orange looking. And I was watching a recent Jessica Braun video and she was talking about, where is it? This CoverGirl Olay Advanced Radiance, and she said she mixes this with a lot of her other foundations. So I might see if I can mix these two together to make some type of a combo that will look good on me. So then we have bronzers. I am going to use this Physicians Formula Matte Monoi Butter Bronzer. This is kind of a newer item. We'll bust this one out, try that. Next container is eyeshadow. I'll show you what I have. In here I have some Makeup Geek and some other colors that I have taken from other palettes that were my absolute favorite. And so I put them in the C palette. I have E.L.F. Rose Gold palette, Tati Beauty, Jaclyn Hill. Down here I have blushes, a couple Milani blushes, little E.L.F. palette, Kokie. I actually haven't used this in a long time. Let's use this Kokie palette today for blush. Mascara, I'm going to be using my, actually, you know what? I'm going to give this Lash Princess another shot. There are so many people that are obsessed with this mascara, and I tried it, and I was just kind of like, what's the big deal? But we're going to try it again and see how I feel second go around. And then we have like loose powders, face powders. I have this new Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. Couple setting sprays. This is one of my favorite setting sprays. The Flower Beauty Seal the Deal in the matte finish. That's one of my absolute favorites. But I literally just bought that Physicians Formula one. So we're going to use that. And then I have a little one that has lip products in it. I am not a huge lip gloss. I mean, I prefer lip glosses over lipsticks, but I guess I could use this Revlon. What is this one? Super Illustrious Shine. And this one's a Nude Illuminator. So we're gonna wear this one today. Alright, so right before I started filming, I washed my face, put on my serums, put on some moisturizer, so my face is ready to go, my skin is ready to go. So yeah, we are just going to jump right into putting on the makeup. The other day, I tried putting on my eyeshadow first. Typically, I do my face makeup and then my eye makeup. But I think again today, I'm going to start with the eyes because I liked that I could wipe away any fallout and kind of like shape this outer part of my eye. So we're going to do that again. I also recently got this set of new brushes. I found these on Amazon. I will link them down below. I have only used a few of them one other time, and I liked it so far, but I can't really say like they're awesome because I haven't used all of them. But I'm going to try to use as much as I can today for this makeup. I am going to be using this Revlon So Fierce Tantrum Eyeshadow Quad. I just love it. The colors are so pretty, and that rose gold pink color, ugh. I use that one all over my lid sometimes just for like a straight, like one shadow look, and I love it. Okay, right off the bat, the one thing that I don't like about these brushes is they have the name on them. They are BS Mall, but they don't say what to use the brush for, which I mean, it's makeup brushes. You can really use them for whatever you choose to use them for, but sometimes the eye brushes I like to use, you know, whichever ones they specifically say to use for your eyes. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot my eyeshadow primer. That would have been an absolute tragedy. Okay. I have oily eyelids. I cannot wear eyeshadow without eyeshadow primer. I don't know how people do it. It always creases for me. Okay, first I apply it with my fingers, and then I take my sponge and press it in. If you hear children in the background, it's mine. My son's on his laptop, and he's always rather loud. Alright, so I'll press that in. Then I typically take some type of a shade and kind of just put it all over the lid as like a base. Alright, so I am going to dip into this light shade called Stark. You're just going to kind of place that all over the lid in the crease. Just kind of puts a smooth base all over for the eyeshadow that I'm going to apply. If I try to go right in with eyeshadow on top of the eyeshadow primer, sometimes it's just too tacky, and then it doesn't evenly spread out my eyeshadow. So then what I like to do with these is take my finger and just swipe it in there so I get a good amount of color on my finger, and then swipe it on my lid. Forgive the lighting. I've been doing YouTube for a little over a year now, and I still have not figured out lighting. My house has no overhead lighting. We only use lamps, so it's been hard to figure that out. Oh, this color is so pretty. I love it so much. And they have like 4 or 5 other palettes like this. I really want to get all of them. So now that I got it put on the lid, I'm going to take my brush, blend it out. Next, I'm going to take this darker shade. Let's see, let me get a different brush. What brush do I want to use? I'm going to take this tiny little brush, whichever one this is, dip into this dark shade and go into the outer portion of my lid. So I'm putting it on the outer corner of my eyelid and kind of just like brushing it over towards the middle. I like little precise brushes like this because I can get exactly where I want the eyeshadow to be. Then I'm going to take my fluffier brush, kind of blend it all together. Okay. Now I'm going to take this lighter white color, it's like a pearl color, put it on my finger, and then dab it in the middle. To try to like fuse those two shades together. I'm just going to use this fluffy brush. I want that outer edge a little darker. Alright, I want that outer edge a little darker, so I'm going to go into that Naked Basics palette and go in with this Primal shade right here. I like where it's at right now. So for eyeliner, like I said, my physician's formula has been acting cray-cray and like bleeding all over the place, so I'm not even going to try it. I want to because I love it, but I don't want to mess up my look. Oh, yesterday I used my Jaclyn Hill palette and I used the black eyeshadow as eyeliner and that looked awesome. I'm going to do that again. Alright, so here we have the beautiful Jaclyn Hill palette. Oh. I'm going to use this black right down here as my eyeliner. I like my liner to be right there in my lashes. So it just makes the band of my lashes like really dark. I think I might just do it from the middle to the outer corner. I like that. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for my eyeshadow. Just a very basic yet very pretty look. Now I'm going to take a baby wipe, whoops, as I drop it. All right. Wipe off any fallout. Clean up this edge by my eye. Perfect. Okay. So after eyes, I want to do my foundation. Now, like I said, I want to mix these two products to see if I can get this to not look so orange on me. I don't know if it'll work or not because this L'Oreal one is one where you put it on and it's supposed to match your skin tone the more you like rub it in and put it on your face. All right, I have no idea if this is gonna work. Mixed them on my hand. All right, now we're gonna take my sponge. This sponge is from shopmissa.com. I just ordered like a 6-pack of these bad boys because this is my absolute favorite sponge. I've been testing other sponges, but I just come back to these. So I thought, why not buy a 6-pack and have a stash for a while? I had I think it was an Eco Tools one that I really liked, but when I washed it, it started to fall apart, so I was like really sad. Now I'm just taking the extra on my hand, layering up a little bit. I'm a blending fanatic. I just want to make sure that it's really blended in and that you can't tell that I have foundation on. The one thing that I forgot to say was just the other day I purchased the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Satin Finish because everybody is raving about this stuff. I have the 16-hour Camo Concealer, but it's been a long time since I've used it, so I don't really remember my thoughts on it. This one so far has been good. I have very wrinkly under eyes, and I was noticing in pictures of me today on my Facebook memories from like 10 years ago that they've just always been wrinkly like that, and I'm trying to find a way to like reduce the wrinkles. I am 35, which I know isn't old, but I bought an eye cream that I've been using to see if I can get that to help out a little bit. It's just frustrating to put on makeup and have it settle into those creases or the wrinkles or around the wrinkles, and it just makes them really stand out, which I'm not a fan of. One thing I'm going to try to do is I usually blend my concealer with my sponge, but I'm going to take one of these new brushes and try to use it as a concealer brush. See if I like that. Does anybody else make funny faces when they do their makeup? No, I'm not the only one. Okay, I blended it with that, so now I'm going to pat it with my finger. Blend it out a little bit more. Okay, next I'm going to do my eyebrows. I have no eyebrow hairs. This is microblading that I have right now. Right after high school is when I started plucking. I guess I started plucking a little bit in high school, but after high school is when I really started plucking a lot. And I am a perfectionist and kept trying to get them even instead of going to a professional to get them evened out. So I ended up plucking away a ton of my hairs. So embarrassed about it for so long. Now I don't care because I'm like, whatever, I'm still beautiful. So I do get them microbladed, so I have some hair-like strokes there. My favorite eyebrow pen is this Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim, and I have black brown because I have very dark hair. But recently I heard about this NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint pen, and I have it in the color Espresso. This thing is incredible. I want to zoom in to see if I can show you guys like the actual like hair strokes that it can do. All right, there we go, up close and personal. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it well. I have a mirror down here, so I'm like up close in that. I'm lightly I'm lightly brushing this across my skin. Light gives you thin hair-like strokes, and then if you push a little bit harder, it'll give you thicker ones. It's so amazing. I love it! Right, both brows are on. I highly recommend this for those with brow hairs and those without. Let's move on to the bronzer. I have been applying my bronzer, contour, blush, highlighter in this upper section of my face instead of down here, because I feel like when I put it down here, it like migrates down, so then I just have it like all on this bottom half of my face instead of like up here in the middle. Alright, we're going to go into the Kokie blush and use this face angled brush. I think I'm going to mix between these two shades for my blush color today. it's so pretty. I like this brush. It gets it exactly where you want it. Just kind of lifting my face in this whole area. Okay, now highlighter. I think this is the only highlighter I have. I used to have more. I must have gotten rid of them. I have this Maybelline Master Contour Palette, and there's a highlighter in here that I absolutely love. Isn't really bold. Like, I don't like when I put on highlighter if you can just see like a strip of highlighter. I kind of like this whole area to just lightly glow, and that's exactly what this highlighter does. This is actually a Shop Miss A brush that I use as my highlighting brush. And again, it's so light and just gives your face that perfect glow. So I put it on the high point here, temples, above the eyebrow, on my eyelid. I mean, this just really makes my skin glow. That's amazing. I'm really digging my eyeshadow. I really like how it turned out. What else do we need? Do we need anything else? I guess I have some powder, and then obviously I need to curl my lashes and put on mascara. This is my favorite powder brush. It's the Real Techniques 400. It's just so fluffy. Like I said, like I've hit a little bit of pan in this palette. It's the CoverGirl Clean Matte. Oh, I forgot to cover up my blemishes. Let's see if I can do that on top of powder. I completely forgot about these bad boys down here. Now, eyelashes. I've been on this makeup buying kick, so when I say recently I bought this, it's because literally it was recently. I bought this, I believe it's Japonesque. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Eyelash Curler, and I like the shape of it. Alright, we're going to try this Lash Princess Mascara again. I guess to be fair, I did only use this like a couple times, and I know that sometimes mascara takes a couple times of using it before you can see like its full potential. I am very, very picky about mascara. I don't want any clumping, I don't want any smearing, I don't want any flaking, I don't want any of that. Wow, okay. This stuff means business. I wonder if I could layer it up. I really like that. I have been leaving the lower lashes just blank, nothing on them. I like that look. So now we're going to use this Physicians Formula setting spray. I always spritz it and then, ew, I just ate some of it. Doesn't taste good. Use my sponge and pat it into the skin. Man, I should have done my makeup this morning. I'm loving how this is looking. So fresh. Alright, so we're going to be putting on this Revlon Super Illustrious Shine and Nude Illuminator. here is the finished look. If you enjoyed this video, or if you just enjoy makeup in general, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe, I would very much appreciate that. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.